Ok. Sì, sì, o con il coso con il testo.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Thank you very much for attending this panel and for allowing me to introduce myself, introduce Spediporto. My name is Andrea Giacchero. I'm actually covering the role of President of Spediporto. I'm also the Chief Executive Officer of Priano Marchelli Group, a company specialized in the marine industry. So cruise line, marine merchant ships, shipyards, and yachting, and also Chief Executive Officer of ACM Supply, a ship chandler company. All of those companies have headquarters in Genoa and are all full involved in the blue economy. Spediporto is the largest and most representative Italian organization for the maritime cluster. The 90% of Ligurian corporations and 30% of Italian ones are adhering to our association. That I apologize, I don't see very well. I promise the next time I buy a German Shepherd and a white stick because I cannot see nothing. It is getting older. I don't know. No, it's not the screen, are my eyes. Have you a telescope? Okay, we can go ahead. Said that, we offer qualified support through IT specialized services and activities, and we are the point of reference for the port and the airport of Genoa. As Gloria told before, Gloria did a fantastic presentation of our city. That I believe that the flying there, it deserves having the landscape. And that we can see flying over Genoa or arriving through a ship is something amazing and unbelievable. And as Gloria said before, there are several infrastructural projects that are behind to renounce the territory in the way that it deserves. But it deserves not only for our city, our region, but also for the entire Italy and also for Europe. Among our members, we have international freight forwarders, custom brokers, terminalists, ship agents, and we have to see, yes, that we are the center of the best logistic companies. So following at 360 degrees the entire supply chain. Spediporto is an important setup for Genoa Port, also because more than a normal association, we are an holding, because under our umbrella we have several companies, and that we established every time our associate may have issues, may have problem with certain activities. So according with our knowledge, our know-how, we start real and through corporations. In fact, under our umbrella, we have Spediservice, PQS Group, Hub Telematica, LLS, CSP, Spediform, DGM, and GOAS. Our role is for sure, especially in the port community system, that is extremely important in a city like Genoa, where the port is Genoa is barycentric, and the port is the center, the door of the Med Sea. Speaking of, so Spediporto wanna be always more digital because that's the future. Wanna be always more smart and connected to the entire world. We are of course looking to build, consolidate, identification and implementation of standard operating models in the communication and document exchange in the logistic processes of import, export, and transit. So the handling of the data is something essential in order to improve our operation and to present to our customer or someone that is guesting and is arriving in our city numbers in order to make things happen in the best way. So today it's essential handle the data. And I have to add of what Gloria said before about all the development that will be in Genoa, especially also for the underwater cable. So this will generate a wonderful ecosystem that can attract, of course, clouding company, IT companies. So this is something where we can also moving forward with a predictive, let me say, training and trying to find technologies helpful for the continuous improvement and the development of our portuality and aeroportuality. We want to be smart. In fact, for example, in the VGM company that I explained you later before, we have built a startup that is extremely important, startup, an application, an app that is called Track It Easy. Through it, we can, or better, this app has been designed in order to transform the engine in a real office in motion. So we handle the document management and everything became for sure easier for all the actors belonging to the to this kind of field of transport. And all the drivers are connected. They cannot download every kind of document. They cannot have all the information at fingertips. And of course, also the most complicated operation became smart. And then connection. Yeah, we want to be connected with the world, connected in terms of technology, but also in terms of interaction with people, connected through relations, and this is extremely important. In fact, also this event is important in order to put people together working and speaking of what we can share all together. Starting with the companies that we represent, speaking about Hub Telematica, we can consider it the main point of reference for the managing institution of the PLN or the National Logistic Platform, and taking care of the development and the implementation of the port community system in Genoa. As we said before, Genoa is the most important port in Italy, especially in the Med Sea. Of course, is the number one. So you can imagine the number of data that we are handling on a daily basis. And this is a company that we have built in 2003. So it's 20 years that Spediporto is investing deeply in this technology through a fantastic team of engineers that are trying always more to assist and accomplish all the needs of the different actors belonging and leading our wonderful port. To date, between custom documents and operational documents, we handle more than 6 million messages per year, and we have 700 registered users. So the impact is extremely, for sure, extremely huge. Our role as Hub Telematica is to provide verticalized telematic service in the transport sector, to develop issues related to the interchange of messages, documentation of custom nature, draw all the phases of telematization of our port, and the extension of the system e-port to the remainder of the port and to the circle of the export. Then, of course, Genoa has been huge base for this kind of system, and it has approached, and it is approaching also other minor portualities in Italy. In fact, we have realized another port telematic system that is seagated to the Port of Ravenna that allow to telematize the entire port operating circle of import, export, and transit. Then we are accredited through the major European customs, so Italy, Greece, Spain, Portugal, Belgium, Malta, Romania, and England, UK. We, of course, support and we are connected telematically, VGM consortium in all the data transmission. VGM is another company of Spediporto, as I presented before, and is an Italian leader in solar certification with a lot of huge number of waiting stations, as you can see from the map. In fact, we have started this activity in 2016 with 2 stations in Tortona, then 2018, 2019, 20, 21, and 22, having today, and is not finished because we are implementing continuously, giving an extreme, very interesting support to all our associates and all the cluster. As we told before, Packet Easy is one of the app and that is needed for all the of course the other transportation arriving at the gates, the gates terminal at the Genoa port, where this app is synchronized together with ePort. From this app, all the actors of the system, all the actors of the cluster can check, manage all the trips. They can receive the notification, ePort notification as soon as they are close to the gate, and they cannot handle all their expenses. So they can manage all the expenses related to this, and they can import all the trips, all the documentation through CSV documents. Then we have CSP Consorzio Servizi Portuali, that is a port consortium of port services. We handle over 800,000 files worked per year that we are connected with the major, most important terminals in Genoa, like PSA PRA, PSA GP, GPT, GMT, San Giorgio, and Messina. Another company belonging under our umbrella is PQS Group, PQS Group, and we are specialized in the quarantine services. What means quarantine services? It means fumigation services and container sanitization. This company has been established in 2010, and today we are leader in only 4 years in Italy for gas fumigation. Of course, all the process related is this kind of activity, especially with countries like the Australia or other or China countries that are requesting this kind of services. So we start from the cargo inspections. So the position of monitoring probes. We insert the gas inside the container. We measure the concentration of it, and we verify the achievement of the equilibrium. Then, of course, the next process is the ventilation with door opening and gas escaping, and then closing of the doors and fixing the seal on it. Of course, at the end of this process, we generate the certificate of the treatment performance through highly advanced digital systems. And this is one of the last initiative that is fantastic, and we want to deeply promote it, and is trying to enhance and develop the Port of Genoa in the way it need to be. So I believe all of you agree that an airport is essential for the life of a city, not only for the mobility flows, but also for the all related activities, speaking of tourism and economic activities. Of course, we understand that the life of an airport is justified from the number of passengers, but we have also to analyze that a port like Genoa, so the importance of this port for the entire Europe, not only for Liguria region or for Italy, is where we are the number one in Italy for the blue economy. And so we have to, can I say, to make work in this airport using all the, I'm sorry, I want to say, developing what this kind of industry is delivering to us. So as I said before, imagine only the cruise ships that are birthing the Genoese port, because Mr. Aponte, the number one in the world in terms of cargo, but one of the best also for the cruise ships, has determined that Genoa will be the major hub in the world for them. So that means that the ships of new generation are guesting 5,000, 6,000 passengers. That means people that is arriving on the pier and generating energy, generating richness, and spending money. But those people need also to reach the provisioning port, the departure port. Today, what happened? The major are going to Barcelona because I have to say that's true. They have built a fantastic infrastructure during the years behind the portuality, or they can reach Rome Airport because the cruise ships are departing from Civitavecchia. But today, Genoa is the major port for one of the best ship owner in terms of cruise. Okay, and I'm sorry, when I speak of Genoa, I put all the passion that because it's a wonderful, wonderful town, wonderful city. Anyway, coming back to us, our project is not related to the passenger, but is related to the cargo. We have to everything is peculiar to our territory. We need to attract again all portion of business that today we have lost for, of course, not having adequate physical infrastructures or digital infrastructure, because what we have to do, especially in Genoa with GOS, we're investing a lot also in the IT. We need to have a data sharing system. So the data are essential in order to develop and have at fingertips all we need in order to attract our customer, giving them the best service and accomplishing continuously all their needs. Coming back to us, so GOAS has been established in 2019 from the vision of Spediporto to combine the experience and the skill of part of their associate, enhancing and increasing the Genoese air cargo station and making their cargo station more efficient. Which are our numbers? We are 21 companies, including Spediporto, and we have under the umbrella 730 employees. As I said before, our association that has been established in 1944 is an association done from more than 300 companies and 12,500 employees, but everyone with the same philosophy and vision. We are working a lot on this in order to create the team and moving forward with the same kind of vision. And this is why we have decided to build GOAS. The turnover of our organization is 370 million euro. Our vision is creating and managing an airport base, an airport pole functional to the development plans of the port and the city, creating, of course, a pole that through also the fast corridors, so controlled custom corridors, we can develop and control the flow of the goods between the port and the inland terminal. So the integration of the cargo with the, as we said before, the industrial and tourist activity peculiar to our field, and developing synergies together with the Northwest through fast corridors and the simplified logistic zone. This is another fantastic project of Spediporto, on which we are working from over 3 years, and we are still waiting, but we are very close. The naming of the extraordinary commissar in order to moving forward with this with the project at with the measure at zero cost. So our mission is handle goods flow for not only the 300 companies under our umbrella, speaking of Spediporto, but also offering ground handling services to all the airlines that are attracted for what our territory is moving forward in terms of ships, in terms of new building, in terms of dry dock and refitting. So we are speaking of tons of goods that today are landing in North Europe. The last but not the least, we have the most important shipyard in the world, that is Fincantieri, plus an entire ecosystem of ship repair workshops that are excellence not only in Italy or in Europe, but also in the world. Then we want to be a reliable supplier for shipyards and manufacturing. And we are able to create also, according with the physical infrastructure and the digital infrastructure, we are able to build tailor-made services for the air cargo. And so if I close my eyes and I see all the layout that will change completely Genoa, I can see, of course, our port that finally won't be a port of transit, but it will be a pole of innovation, a pole of development, because those need to be the port of the future. And according to that, we have, of course, thanks to the fast corridor, we can make less congested our hub, airport, and the port through fast corridor, connected also with the simplified logistic zone that we have identified to be created in Valpolcevera. We are speaking about 2 million square meters. Our project is including ecological conversion of the valley, stitching of the urban fabric of the valley, development of the blue and the green economy through the creation of the logistics simplified zone, especially in a world that is always more digital and sustainability. Thank you so much. And then an extraordinary program of urban regeneration, because we have to re-attract our young people and coming here because we have an industry that is amazing, that is our port. The Green Logistic Valley, which is the vision, it has been built, the project sits in the opportunities of law 130 of 2018, that it has been an advantage of something that has broken the heart of the entire world. So the collapse of the Morandi Bridge, where our administration have done a miracle. They have created a model for that need to be cloned, and moving forward with all the other works we have to moving in a parallel way. So anyway, we have had this opportunity to create the simplified logistic area where we are thinking a custom area included. And this help in the two kind of development. One is technological startups and incubators of startups. Then the second one is that it allows to every company that want to come back to our territory to have legal simplification and fiscal and contributo come I contributi. No, speaking about advantages for contributi.
They get contribution.
Okay, contribution advantages. So our mission here is to settle green factories again, because we want to be green, we want to be smart, so that giving and offering an add value to our territory. Building technological settlements, as we said before, through also the cable. So it is an environment really interesting. And relaunch, as I told before, the training and deployment, because we can see all the Italian companies that went abroad to invest. They have not had only legal and fiscal advantages, but of course, they have built a real pole of development and implementation. The Green Logistic Valley, so okay, the four cornerstones of the project are infrastructure, technology, eco-sustainability, and blue economy. So we are sure, more than sure, that also this project brings Genoa to the center of Europe. Thank you very much. It had been a little bit long, but I believe that it's important to speak of our wonderful city. Thank you.